Hi, welcome back to Git presentation series. This is B.S. Satyadev, Assistant Professor, VNR VJEC, CSC Department. In the last presentation, I talked about basic working with Git and Git Bash. Now, in this presentation, I'm going to talk about branching in Git. Let's move on to the first slide. Okay, creating a new branch. Before even going to see creating a new branch, you understand what is a branch means. So basically, this is a great concept in Git that we have branches. The way it works is like the Git is mainly used for collaboration, right? So when multiple people are working on the same code base, it is always possible to for somebody to step on somebody else's file, right? So let's say that's two people, me and my friend are collaborating on a project, right? I'm adding some file and I'm modifying some stuff there, and my friend, let's say she's in US and he's also modifying the same file. Then it's kind of confusing. Like, I type something and committed. Then as soon as he wants to check in, he sees that it's changed. It's annoying, right? If two people are working on the same file at the same time, Git is very, very powerful. It won't let you mix up things unless you really want to do it manually mix up. But it does spread. So it's annoying. Well, multiple want to work at the same time. In order to avoid such kind of thing, Git has created a concept called branching. That means by default there is one branch called master branch, which we have seen in the previous presentation. Now we are calling it as main branch, but master is the original name. Now we are calling main. I'll talk about the main name clashes a little later, but master main kind of same thing. In fact, they are same thing. Master main. So basically we have master branch where the actual code, the final code is there. Now the way the development in Git works is, again, when multiple people are collaborating, even though it is not a centralized repository, we choose a common place called GitHub or GitLab. Let's say we have chosen GitHub. There is a folder the repository created in GitHub. We linked up our local repository to cloud GitHub repository. How to link that, we will see in another presentation. That's another presentation which you can pass. So that means locally I have one Git, and also in cloud there is a hosted Git. That means it is provided by a third party provider like GitHub or GitLab. Now I am actually storing my code into local Git. At the end of the day, I am storing into the cloud-based, cloud-hosted Git repository. Why you have to do that? Because my friend gets the stuff from that cloud into his local machine. But as I said, there is no difference between cloud repository and my local repository unless as long as I'm in sync with the content, right? So that I'm sync with the content. So that's about distributed version control system. Okay, let's talk about branches. Now the way it works in Git is that even though there is master main branch, our main branch is there, we don't do our work in master main branch. I work in my own branch. Let's say Satyadev branch. There is my friend, say Mr. X. Right, so Mr. X creates his own branch called X. So I type my coding. So in main branch there is original code, and when I create a branch, the same code will be assumed to be in my branch. Similarly for Mr. X, in main branch there is actual original code, and he creates his X branch because his name is X. So the main code is supposed to be deemed to be in his own branch. So both of us have the same main code that is there in the master, so same code initially, right? Now I started working on my code. I made some changes, and Mr. X also started making changes. As part of changes, let's say we both worked on the same file, same file.txt, whatever it is, right? Same. But when I commit my changes locally and when I push my changes to the cloud server, they will be pushed into my branch. Similarly, his stuff would be, so there is no conflict. That means I am working in my branch, he is working in, even though we work on the same file, but it's two different rooms with the same file, right? Now, at some point of time, we want to merge these things into the master, right? So then what happens is we give it for code reviews, and once code review is done, it will be merged. Whoever merges first that person's code will be there in the master branch. So let's say Mr. Rex merges his code into, there is a way of merging, I'll talk about that. Merging means from my local branch to the master branch, merging, combining, right? So aligning themselves. So Mr. Rex merges his code in there. Now I am ready, I want to merge my code from Satyadev branch to master branch. Now when I try to do that, Git identifies that my changes and the changes in the master branch are different, because on top of the original file X made some changes, and on top of the original I made some changes. Then it will say, Satyadev, you have to merge these changes manually, because it doesn't know how to merge it, right? Because Git is just a automatic system, but not like a robo or AI or anything like that. It doesn't know how to merge it, right? So it pushes also onto me. Then I will, and it will give all the pointers. Okay, this is changed by Mr. Satyadev, or this is changed by Mr. this branch. It will give all the indications in the file, so that it's easy for me to update. So it provides nice way of making changes, but we can, it does that, but we can do that. So then after making my changes, then I will commit my changes into the I will merge my changes into the master branch. So I think it's clear now, right? So that's what a branch is. Now in this, I'm not talking about hosted environment like a GitHub or GitLab. I'm only talking about creating branches locally, right? So local Git I want to attack. Now how to create a branch? For creating branch, the command is git branch name. Would create a new branch but doesn't switch to it. So what is switching to it? So for example, we are in a directory. Now I said git branch branch name. Now initially, as I said, we are in the master or main, both are same name, different names, right, for the same thing. We are in the main branch. Let's say master branch. We are in the master branch. Now you said git branch. Now you want to copy this code into this whatever branch name is specified here, right? It does that. But in order to work in my work area, like branch area, I need to physically go there, which is like git checkout branch name. You don't need to put this -b, git checkout branch name. If you type that command, it will put me into that. Now if you use this -b extension, it would create a new branch and switches to the working directory and head pointer to the new branch. Okay, here I think I missed to new branch. So what is that pointer? I will talk about it little later, but remember, focus on this working directory. That means the code in the working directory is now master branch anymore. It is Satyadev branch or whatever branch name I have given. Now if you just say git branch, it would list all local branches, highlights the current branch with star symbol. Git branch -d is to delete a branch, and whenever we are doing, we have to be very careful doing it. Now let's see that in action. Now I said git branch 1. So that means it's going to create a branch. Now if I say git branch command, which shows the list of branches, it shows two branches, branch _1, which is just now created, and master. Now you see star is before master. What does it mean? It means master is the current branch. That means I haven't moved to the branch 1 yet, right? So for that I have to use git checkout branch 1. Then it switches to the branch 1, right? So now after switching to the branch 1, I type git branch again. Then it shows star before the branch 1, right? Now let's see this. Git checkout -b branch 2. I created a branch. I'm creating another branch. Then git branch 1 branch 2, like this. So you can see that it's already in branch 2, right? So even though not only created the branch, it moves me into the branch 2. I created another branch just to explain that. I think I deleted it later. So this is how git branch command works. Now how does the branching work? Like I said earlier, when I said branch, whatever that is there in the master branch will be copied into that branch first time when it is created. Not physically copied, the changes are there. Now whatever changes you are making, they are all patches in your branch, incremental changes, right? That you have to remember. Now git branch list is all, we are in the branch 2. Now I try to delete this branch. I am in branch 2. I am trying to delete branch 2. So one thing you want to remember is, you are in branch 1. You are creating branch 2. Now branch 2 is not a sub branch of branch 1. There is no sub-branch concepts. When you create a branch, it's similar, it's equivalent to the main branch. So it's like main, branch 1, branch 2, 3 branches separately. So again, you are in main, you create branch 3. Then it's branch 1, branch 2, branch 3, all are at the same level. There is no concept of sub branches. Sometimes people get confused. You are in branch 2, you create branch 3, and then in branch 3 you create branch 4. So are we in main, branch 1, branch 2 and branch? No, there is no concept of hierarchy. It's just, one hierarchy level, right? So that you have to remember. Anyway, so I cannot delete a branch when I am in that branch. So I have to check out to another branch. Any branch is fine, including master, any branch is fine. So I checked out to branch 1. Then I said, I just typed git branch, it shows that I'm in branch 1. Then I said delete branch 2. Then it deleted the branch. Now you can see the branch 2 is no longer available. It's only branch 1 and master. So that's how we can do the deleting a branch. About master and main branch. I was talking about main and branch. Master branch, the name of the default branch created by Git when a new repository initialized prior to July 2.28 version. July 2020 is called the master. People used to call it as a master branch. Now, after around July 2020, people thought master, slave, that naming is not really, very good. Let's make it as a main branch, right? They just thought like, you can also give main branch. So main branch. Now, again, locally it still says master branch only, but in GitHub or GitLab, when you want to create a branch, it will, you can also create main branch locally also, but it will normally say main branch. If you don't want to confusing name, you still want to use master name in both places, absolutely fine, you can use that, but it is just a convention. So master main branch is used as the main integration branch continuing production ready code. So basically this is master branch is used for production code basically, and the way it should be organized is all the people who are working on a project, they should have their own branches. They should be working. Once they are good and their code is reviewed, then it should be merged into the master branch, then only, right? And if somebody wants to merge his or her code into the master branch, first that guy has to get the code in the master branch, because it could be changed because somebody else, right? Then that guy or girl, whoever it is, has to push to the merge to the master branch. I think this is clear. I'll talk more about it when you are using merging and stuff like that. Now I talked about head pointer. Now what is head pointer? By default, head is an internal pointer to the latest snapshot in time in the current branch. This is important. So there is a pointer called head, which is not visible or anything like that. So it's like internal pointer. Whatever changes you made in the current branch, head pointer will be pointing. It's like a snapshot of changes, right? By default, head would be pointing to master branch, latest committed code. Head can be moved to any commit in the current branch that happened till that point. The move can be temporary or permanent. So let's see how it works. Command for temporarily moving head pointer to the any commit is git checkout commit ID. Now what is this commit ID? Whenever we commit code, it gives you a number, a long number, which is called the 40 characters number, which is called the commit ID. And commit ID is a 40 character alphanumeric string. Whenever you commit something, it will give you that number. It will allocate some number. How do I know that number? Git log or git log --1 line. I think I talked about it. Provides all commits in the particular branch. So it will show all the technically for git checkout commit ID, the first 7 characters are enough. Even though there are 40 characters, first 7 characters. Let's see that in action. I created a file called test.txt which I typed first line. Git add test.3. I added this file. I committed this file. It is created. To the test.3 I added another line, second line. When I typed it, it will show first line and second. Because I added first line, again I said like greater than means appending, right? If only one greater than is there, it's like removing the previous one. Clean start, right? Fresh file is created. Double greater than symbol means it will keep up. If the file is not there created, the file is there. Again after typing, remember after typing you have to press Ctrl D. Now git commit, I'm again committing this thing, right? So one file is committed. That's what pretty much this this slide does. Now, as a continuation, let's say this git log minus minus test3. So what are the commits? Now you can see there are two numbers, right? So I mean, maybe they're not very clear, but like 57CF797, 5C2751C. These are the 6-7 numbers, right? So yeah, seven alphanumeric characters. Those are the commit IDs. Those are the commit IDs. It will show the commit IDs first. It doesn't show all the 40 characters. It will show only the first 7 characters. Now I said git checkout 97, the last one. So it says head is not yet. It says this error, this statement. Then I said it only show first line, right? So it goes to the first line. Git log on. So then it says first line added. It as if there is only one commit. It showed that. Now I said git checkout the second one. Then when I cat it will show. That means for each commit ID, what is actually committed, you can see by typing command git checkout and the commit ID, right? That's what we have seen. Git checkout commit ID, right? So that's what we have seen. So yeah, that's what it is showing. Yeah, git log minus one line actually is good for seeing stuff, right? So the seeing commit IDs and in a nice and concise fashion. Now, once it is committed, right? For example, there is committed A, then on top of that B is there, C is there, then D is there, right? Now our head pointer is at D. Head point is basically a pointer at the commit ID, right? So commit ID. Now I want to go back to C, right? So there are two ways I can do it. Git reverting changes. Git using revert command. It's like it's the way it works is when you say git revert C, that means this thing, it won't delete C actually. It will keep C, it will keep D, but it will make copy C or here and call it as E. That means it will make another commit with what is there in C. That means D is kind of ignored in between, but it is still there. Its history is still there. Enter the history means the comment that we put when you are committing, right? Git commit minus file name minus m and we put some comment, right? That's what it is. Everything is going to be there intact. Nothing is removed, but it will take that file and put it as a new commit. If there are any conflicts, you may have to fix it before reverting. So reverting, this is what we need to do. Now, there is another that is called soft reverting, or this actually doesn't really removes anything, but there is something called git reset, which is actually removes things completely, which actually should be used very sparingly. I haven't given any presentation on this intentionally because I don't want you to experiment on this, but there are very, very rare situations where you may have to use it. But remember, there is git reset in order to do that. Similarly, there are two types of reset: reset minus hard, minus soft. Hard means you permanently reset in the Git server as well as in local file only. So that's what it does. Permanently does. You can't go back to the future versions that are added afterwards. Whereas minus soft means like, yeah, in the server it does, but local copy it keeps as it is. That's the difference between Git hard and Git soft. So I don't want to give any examples because it doesn't, it doesn't give. It's not used much frequently, and they have to be used very sparingly. You can't use them on a regular basis unless it is so needed. Don't use this git reset and git revert unless it is inevitable and something got messed up, something like that. So that's pretty much about git branching. Hope it is clear. Thank you very much. See you in another video. Thank you. Bye.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe VNR Digital Learning Resource YouTube channel.